Hey, what's up guys, Hyperkind here, and back with another, I guess, unboxing and a comparison. I did mention that I was going to be ordering some of the third-party fidget cubes, and I got some of them in. I got two of them, and a spinner. I was going to try to do them all in one video, however, I felt that I wanted, after kind of getting to check it out a little bit, I decided to do one each to actually go over a better comparison instead of just briefly like glazing over it, I guess. I thought it was going to be an easy video to do, but after getting to check it out and really thinking about it, I came up with a lot of stuff that, or not I don't know about a lot, but a decent amount of things that I wanted to go over. But yeah, so this is, let's see. So yeah, this is the Fidget Cube. So I ordered this one off of Amazon. Packaging compared to like the actual one, yes, the Kickstarter version is still wrapped up. But yeah, so we're gonna. My mind's jumping all over the place here, and I'm playing with my other gamer Fidget Cube. But we're gonna jump right into this, and oh, it's gonna be fun. Let's do this. Alright, so this is the packaging that it comes in. It's a plain white cardboard box. There's nothing really flashy about it. You have like a really weird shaped drawing of a Fidget Cube. On the top of the box, you have the different things that it features. And that's about it. There's nothing really eye-catching to it. I mean, they've got some, I guess that's like silver foil wording and stuff on it, but that's it. I mean, so you have this, and then when you compare it to the actual Fidget Cube, so like the plastic housing, like the solid build, just even the packaging itself resembling a Fidget Cube, there was a lot more thought and effort put into this, I guess I could say. But I mean, with third-party knockoffs, you know, that's how it's always going to be. So, but yeah, so when you open up the box, that's what you get. Now, looking at it from the side, it's like, that was the first thing that I noticed. And there, you see that? You see that analog stick? Oh, dude, okay. So we're going to put this off to the side, and inside the box, there is nothing. So that's it. So you get a pretty junk box, and there's no display to it. There's nothing additional. This is just it. So now let me pop off the prism here. So putting the Fidget Cube side by side. Let's see. So the third-party brand is a little bit bigger. It's slightly bigger. Like one of the biggest differences that immediately comes to your attention is the analog stick. On the official cube, it's pretty much flat against the cube. Whereas some of the third-party ones, I don't know if it's the same for all of them. It's like an analog stick that sticks out, and it's just really out there. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap or anything, because I mean, when you do put it over to the side, it is up against the base of it, and it seems like it's I'm trying to look at it from the side. I don't know if I can show it, but yeah, there we go. So it's kind of like the thicker part of the plastic is up against the side of the cutout. So I mean, it feels like it wouldn't break. I mean, you can play around with it, and I don't think it's gonna break, but I don't know. Who knows? If you have one of these third-party ones, I know somebody had commented in the first Fidget Cube unboxing video that they had gotten the blue camel one, I think, and let me know, like, with your playing with it, how it felt. So continuing on, let's take a look at the toggle switch. The switch on the real cube, we'll just call it the real one, Does feel a lot more fluid. The one on the third party, it takes a little bit more force to actually trigger it. I mean, other than that, that's about it. I mean, it's not too much that I can say about a toggle switch. The pressure is a little bit different, but that's not really a big thing. Now, to the dial spinner. So when you're rotating it on the real cube, there's ridges inside that it's going against that. While you're rotating it, it actually clicks along. Here, I'm gonna put this up against the mic, and I think you guys will be able to hear it. There, you hear that? It's a little bit faint. I know it seems kind of weird, but I was actually putting it up against it and then just rotating it. So it clicks. Now, on the fake one, there's nothing. It's really just like a plastic cap that can freely spin. That's it. There's no resistance to it at all. Like you can just spin it like that, and it'll just. They saw it, you know, they took a look at it and they're like, oh, all it is just something that spins. But then when you actually spin it doesn't go. I mean, the ridges will prevent it from happening. So that's another thing. So now the buttons on Real Fidget Cube. So 3 of them. So the yellow, black, and blue buttons all have a hard stop to them. I mean, they're actual like clicky buttons that, you know, if you want like to click stuff. The green and red buttons, there's no click to it. It's just springs underneath, and there's actually some force of resistance to it. And they're plastic. Like, these are actual plastic buttons that, you know, feel really nice. On the third party cube, they're rubber. Is the best way that I can explain it. They did kind of follow the same pattern where I actually just noticed it now if I click it down hard enough, to where the buttons are clicky, but it's a rubber. It's like rubber buttons, and I don't know, it just feels kind of weird to me, anyways, after playing with the actual Fidget Cube. So yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing, honestly, but it just having I guess the difference in quality of buttons. I prefer the actual cube over this rubber terrible things. Now, the next one we have is the gears and the rolling ball. So the rolling ball, I mean, there's nothing that I can really talk about. I mean, it's a ball, you can roll it, and you can click it. That's it. Now the gears is where I have found issue. So the gears on the actual cube, so there's resistance behind each gear, and each of them have a set resistance to like roll it down. So, which is really cool because, I mean, they're all different. So, I mean, each one takes a little bit more pressure to play with. Whereas the third-party cube, it's really just like plastic on a freaking stick. Like, you can spin it and that's it. I mean, there's nothing to stop it. I mean, you can roll your fingers over it, but that's it. Yeah, it's really not impressive. I mean, it's nothing to, I mean, yeah, you can just like run your fingers over it, but I don't know, like, it's good to just spin. It's fun to spin, but having that resistance, having the actual click feeling in your hand while you're playing with it, yeah, I appreciate that so much more. And for the last part, this is it's like a breathing stone or something. It's a worry stone. You can just like rub your finger on it, and for some people it does help to calm them down, things like that. Thank you to the person in the last video who posted up about that. Completely did not know that. I've tried it, and I don't know, like, I don't think I've noticed it, but I'll keep on, like, it's kind of fun to just, like, rub with my thumb. That sounded kind of weird. Now, on the third-party cube, well, I guess a good comparison. So, on the Fidget cube itself, it's a gradual indentation. I mean, it's nothing that really cuts in there. And on the fake cube, let's see, can I get a good camera, please? Are you gonna work with me here? Let's see, let's try this. There we go. So on the third-party cube, the best way that I can describe this is that it's like a pothole. That is the best way that I can describe it, honestly. On the actual cube, like when you're going over, it's a small dip into it. But then on the third-party cube, it's either like a pothole or somebody took a hammer to a drywall, and it's just like a big indentation. I mean, really, the uses there, like, you're able to, I mean, it serves the same function, but the quality into the build of it is in two separate directions. Now, looking over this, like, comparing this cube, like the fake one to the real one, companies took a look at it. They're like, oh, it's a small little cube that has different actions, but they took it at face value of that. They never bothered to look into like the quality, I guess, of each one. I mean, you think an analog stick and you instantly think a controller. Controllers always have the raised analog sticks. Fidget cube, completely ignored the fact it's like this one you can tilt, and this analog stick, it's a slider, it slides around. So I mean, the build is in two completely different places, in my opinion. Also, price wise, I think this was around like 12 or 13 bucks, I want to say. I don't really know, I forget, versus the Fidget cube, which I think was 8 or 9. I'll post up the price. I'll have an annotation with the prices somewhere around here. But yeah, I mean, overall build quality, I do slightly like the increased size of the fake Fidget cube. I mean, it's just something slightly bigger. But for portability, I've got to give it to the actual Fidget cube. Even really just being able to have it, just throw it in your pocket. Like, I feel that this analog stick would get caught everywhere and just be a big inconvenience. But yeah, I mean, the companies just took a look at it. It was like, and they were like, make this. And without actually getting to play with one, getting to see the really small attention to details that went into making the actual cube, is where the biggest difference is. That's what I was really disappointed with. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's looking at all sides of the cube, playing with each thing, kind of going over like each section of it, and that's my thoughts on it. So, alright guys, that's going to wrap up my unboxing and review and thoughts of the third-party Fidget cube versus the actual one. I mean, everything going from the really cheap boxing that they had versus, the well thought out and the presentation from the actual Fidget cube, to even just the small little differences between how everything is on a real cube versus a fake one. I won't say that I'm disappointed with the purchase. I mean, it's a good look at, I guess, how companies, when they see something that's going to catch on, and they're instantly like, just make this product and, we'll sell a ton of them. I won't deny that I won't say that it doesn't work. I mean, it does. But to people that do pick up the third-party Fidget cubes off from like Amazon or something, this is definitely something to take into consideration. I'm not a spokesperson for Ansi Labs or anything. I mean, this is purely out of my appreciation and like joy that I don't know, just like time wasted from playing with the actual cube. Go with the real thing. I mean, it feels kind of weird to say. I mean, you know, get the official thing, but the build quality. I mean, you can order this off of Amazon. You can get it right away, but you think you have the full experience and the full like everything that you get from getting an actual fidget cube, but you don't. So definitely look into getting an actual one. You know, the wait, it does kind of suck, I'll admit. I've been one who gets very impatient on waiting for different things, but you know, it pays off in the end. But alright guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I feel that I've rambled on like way too long. I'm looking at the time code and holy crap, this is going on a lot longer than I really expected. But alright guys, I just want to thank you for checking out this video. I'm going to do another video on a medium-sized fidget cube next. It has more sides. I honestly don't know the description of... It has 12 surfaces. I don't know what this kind of shape is called, but we're going to open this up and play with this next. Alright guys, so I just want to thank you for checking out this video. If you do like the content, you like what I do here, please hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Laters, guys.
And grab yourself a beverage or hop if you wanna just bounce to my leverage. The evidence, as they say, is in the pudding. So show me the money like my name was Cuba Gooding.